So I'm Erwin, I'm a team lead and co-founder of DeFi Land, first ever game to launch on Solana. And today we're going to be talking about building the gaming flywheel on Solana, from gamifying DeFi to actually giving a shot to building a super game app. Maybe it's not a perfect kind of presentation for the technical stage, but I'm going to try to give you our findings and our mistakes from building the game, and maybe you're going to find that interesting. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what it was DeFi Land and how we got started. So back in 2021, we founded DeFi Land, which was actually by that time first ever game to go live on Solana, and it was really amazing experience because there were no games live on Solana and there was nothing to compare with. So we were building whatever we felt was gonna be amazing. So we built a game which was a farming game, which was gamifying the UI of the different DeFi stuff, such as like a Radium. We gamified the Jupiter, we gamified Orca, we gamified different kind of platforms on Solana, and thought that turning those DeFi protocols into the game would be awesome, and people would find that exciting, amazing, and that would be cool. But we were wrong. So the game had several problems. So first of all, we were trying to make everyone happy. And at some point, every single builder makes this mistake that they are trying to make every single their community member to be happy, excited, make them money, and just make everyone love you. And that just doesn't happen. And we were trying to satisfy all the needs of DeFi power users, gamers, Web2 gamers, Web3 gamers, investors, ourselves. And the problem was that we were just not giving anything to anyone, and when you're trying to satisfy everyone, you just are satisfying no one actually. Second thing was that we were going the play to earn road, and in 2021, if you were there, Axie Infinity and a bunch of different other games were so successful and so popular that we just thought that if we're gonna do and implement that as well, we're gonna make a lot of money, everyone will be happy as well. So we went into the play to earn way, which actually turns out to be a Ponzi, as everyone knows right now. But back in the day, people thought that maybe that's how you actually build the games. And unfortunately, that was not really the way to go for. And finally, we were trying to listen to the users. And by the users, we thought that users are whoever is in your Discord server. But like, people in your Discord server are not actual users, and mainly those people want to make some money. They want you to give you like turn their $10 into the $1 million, and if they lose like $10, they're gonna come after you. And it's not really that they really want to build something. They want to see you build something really cool. So that was the problem, that we were listening to every single feedback that we were getting from the Discord messages, and that was really, really bad. So when the bear market hit, as FTX thing happened in 2022, we were really heavily funded by FTX. We had a lot of funds at FTX, and it was really bad timing for us as we got heavily hit by that. So a lot of users lost the money, our gaming narrative was coming down, and no one was using actually and playing the game anymore. So at the bear market, we really went and just really discussed in the team like what we want to do next. And the cool thing about the bear market is that you have time and you have resources to really think and just discuss what you want to build. Because when you're in a bull market, everything is great, like everything is going up, but also the pressure is really, really high because everyone expects you to deliver something new, something exciting every single day. And that pressure actually eats you up inside, and that's really bad. But in the bear market, there is no such thing. There are no expectations. Everyone thinks you are dead. So you can really just think what you want to build, and everyone can just really, you can really give yourself a time to build something meaningful, exciting, and just plan really accordingly over the time. So we took our time to really think what we want to build and discussed in our team for several weeks and months what we're going to go and do next couple of years. So once we got some kind of ideas, we started to work on that. So the first thing that you need to do in this case is to shift the vision. And as I said, like our vision mainly was to how do we build something that makes people the money and everyone becomes happy. But we learned that that's not a thing. That's unfortunately not something that can happen actually. And you really have to come up with something useful and not just making people the money and making them happy. So we decided to shift our vision from the hype and making everyone just like hype you up for several days to actual sustainable gameplay to the people who gonna actually enjoy playing your game. So instead of just gamifying the DeFi of the users who are power DeFi users who do not really care about the games, we decided we're gonna build the games for the gamers. So even though we love the desktop games, we love the web, and we love everything that we've done before, we really thought that games on desktop, especially in crypto, are not the way to go. And if you want to onboard the people to the games, and your kind of target audience should be a little bit different from like a hardcore gamers like a League of Legends or CS:GO or whatever, because those people are not gonna play crypto games, and we have seen that many times. A lot of AAA companies try to onboard the users with amazing budgets, amazing games, but it just doesn't happen because like those gamers are not really ready for the crypto yet. But meanwhile, mobile gamers are really ready to explore. Mobile gamers love to download a lot of different new things. Mobile gamers are really open for new ideas, and they really love to test different things out. So those are the people who you really want to go for. So we shifted our vision from the desktop and web games to the mobile games, and that is really one of the biggest things that we have done so far. So as I said, we decided that we wanted to build something new, but we didn't really want to go and build, let's say, one single game and just see if that works and then just reiterate again and just do that again. So we decided we want to build something, ecosystem that it consists of different things, and in there is something for everyone. So we came up with the idea that we have this kind of potential of building a super game app where there is a huge ecosystem of different games, different animations, different experiences where everyone finds some kind of themselves excited using our app. So we thought that we're gonna build this new ecosystem. Maybe you guys have seen the Claynosaurs is doing this approximately the same as well, and I believe they are doing really nicely as well. It's not that they are building just the one thing, like one simple game or one single animation, but they are trying to build a bunch of different blocks which combines a lot of different experiences into the same ecosystem across the same currencies, across the same NFTs, and it brings you excitement along the way. So we like this approach, and we came up with the idea to build this gaming app layer across the games, across the animations, across the educational content, application, and also onboarding tools as well. But the problem was that we had nothing by that time. We had a little bit of a good, successful game, which failed after FTX. So, but we have to rebuild ourselves. But we had to really learn see what we learned during last years. So for lesson number one, what we learned in 2021 and 2022 was that you can't have a fragmented user experience. So having one place to log into the game, then you go to different website to do some transactions, then you go to different wallet to have different connectivities, then you go to NFT marketplace to buy NFT, then you go to Jupiter to swap the coins. Even though that can be done fast, like switching the tabs, it's not that great of experience for the user, especially coming from a web 2 to have to change from the apps, have to change to different kind of applications. It's really bad. So we thought that if we really want to build something exciting and a super gaming app, we really have to have just a unified user experience where when a user comes to the game, he or she can do everything from a single place, and this was the number one. Number two is that you really have to decide who is your audience. Is it Web3 users or Web2 users? If you're building a game and you have not really thought about this, I would just really recommend to go back to this question and just think hard about that. Because one really simple thing I'm gonna say is that for Web3 users, gameplay is a bug, and for Web2 users, crypto is a bug. So like Web3 users do not really care about your gameplay because it makes whatever they want to do more complex. So it makes, let's say they want to earn some money, make some money. If they have to go to a lot of steps, and even though it could be beautiful, they don't like it. But for the Web2 users, they want to see the gameplay. They want to see storyline. They want to see a lot of great features which makes their experience unique. So because of that, you really have to think, am I building the game for the Web2 users to make them exciting, or am I just making a Web3 product that it will make people money or just save them time or just gamify some of the experiences? On this question, we thought that we were building for Web3 gamers, at the beginning, but now we're building for the Web2 gamers, and we're pretty sure about that. Number three, you really have to hide the crypto elements until it's really needed. So we've seen a lot that, for example, you are building a specific product or game especially, and you are telling the users that this is a crypto NFT, it's decentralized, it is running on this ledger, it is doing this and that. They do not care. The main thing that they care is about your product to be fun, to be useful, and to be exciting. No one cares about your product running on like any specific oracle or doing any specific computations on specific ledger, running decentralized over the world. No one cares, right? Like, why should they care as well? So the thing is that if you're building a consumer-facing product, you really have to go for something unique and not just show down on their throats that it's a crypto and it just does a bunch of different stuff on chain. And finally, we learned in a hard way that if the game is not fun, it is not sustainable for sure. There are a lot of different economical. You can think about a lot of different ways how to make games sustainable: game economies, game design, tokenomics, token emissions, like so many different things to do and just think about. But what a lot of games are getting wrong is that if the game is not fun, no matter what you do, no matter what you build, no matter how many economics PhDs you got in your team, there is no way that your game will be sustainable. And we've seen this over years again, because like we're seeing game studios raise a lot of money. They don't build the fun games. They do everything well. They think a lot. They make everything complex to make sure that it's sustainable, but it is never sustainable. After 1 year, it's gone. So if you want to build something that is sustainable, it has to be fun, and you gotta really focus on why this game is fun. You see this every single time on let's say Steam, right? You see like 2 or 3 game developers build a game, which is really, really simple, but it's fun. People are paying millions of dollars in total to just play this game because it's just really fun. And that's the main part. If you want to make some money and make it sustainable, it has to be fun. So as we learned all these kind of lessons in a hard way, we decided that we want to implement everything. And as time went, in 2024, by 2024, we've done pretty much all the implementations that we already wanted and introduced DeFi Land 2.0. So what is DeFi Land 2.0 is not just a single game. It's not just a one product, but it's actually a combination of different things, different games, different experiences, and also different overall fun ways to explore the games on the crypto. So we restructured our entire Web3 game that if you have played DeFi Land back in the day, it's entirely new game now. We introduced PvP games, we introduced a lot of different gamified UIs as well, and added new social elements. But also we developed 2 new games, which is really, really big step forward to the gaming overall, especially in the Web3 Solana gaming. So we developed the mobile game, which is the first Farmville-like mobile game. If you have played Farmville on mobile, it is exactly like that, but with the crypto. There has been a lot of people trying to build that, but everyone was failing, and I believe that we found something really unique that is actually gonna be successful. So let's run a kind of quick trailer for that, just for you to just understand why this game gonna be cool. So So the game is called Only Farms for now. The name could be changed, but we are building this game. It's fully on mobile. It's gonna be on Android, iOS, and also on your Solana speaker phone as well when you get that. Game gonna be going live in 3 weeks. And the cool thing about this game is that it's fully Web2 game, but it's also a Web3 game as well. The thing is that everything you see in this game, NPCs, animals, currencies, everything is actually on chain. It's running, even the marketplace. We have Jupiter, Radium, everything integrated into the game. But the thing is that you don't see that. If you're a Web2 gamer, you don't even understand that it's running on a crypto, but it's actually everything is under the hood happening on the crypto. So if you're just a Web2 gamer who wants to play the game, you can play the game exactly like you would play the farm wheel. For example, you want to buy the in-game purchases, you just buy from that app store. You just buy the diamonds and you just speed up your process of development. But if you, for example, want to just, let's say, buy the dog, you buy the dog. But what happens that everything is happening under the hood is happening on crypto. When you buy the dog, you're actually minting NFT from the on-chain. Also, when you buy P2P marketplace, let's say the cat from other person is actually Tensor and Magic Eden running on behind the hood. When you are swapping your wheat to the gold, you're actually using Jupiter to swap those actually on chain. So the thing is, like, if you do not want to know, you're not gonna know that it's on chain. But if you want to actually learn how it game works, and let's say you are a Web3 user, you can use your NFTs to play the game. If you're a Web3 user who has the coins, you can import your coins and inside the game and use those. So the cool thing is that this is a game for both the Web3 users and also the Web2 users. It gives the Web3 users whatever they want, and Web2 users, we're not forcing them to use the crypto till they want to use and learn, because we have also educational content into the game, and we incentivize to learn that as well. This is like a tutorial, the screen recording, the footage of the game as well. I'm just quickly show for several seconds, because it's a long game, long video. I'm not gonna go through everything. But it just shows how the game works exactly. You just go into the game. You just started with a small village that you will repair your buildings, build your farm, which is fully Web2-like experience. But everything that you see here is Web3 on chain on Solana, and it just works really fast and really windy. So this is like a tutorial that you get started with, but you repair different things and you get your buildings. But you can yourself try that out soon in just 3 weeks, and let us know how you like it. Let's just skip that. Another thing that we are also building is Almighty Alpacas. That's also the new IP that we're bringing. It's like racing animals, which are really cute, really fluffy, really exciting to play with. And we have 2 different games already for this. One is the idle racing game, like if you know photo finish game. It's like that, but with a lot of more thrilling, exciting innovation with the RPG elements. And we also have hyper casual game, which also gonna be live on the sticker phone as well in the App Store. You can download and have fun with that as well. So basically, just to explain the DeFi Land Flywheel and the Flywheel, what we did with that is 4 main parts that we have. So first of all, you play the game. It doesn't matter, are you Web3 gamer, are you Web2 gamer, you come in a guest mode. So you don't have to download anything, you don't have to have any NFT, whatever. You just come with the guest mode and you get to play the game. So you, let's say, play the Alpaca Dash, you play DeFi Land mobile, whatever you play for free without any specific anything that you need to own. And also we have some gamification elements like daily spins and everything in the game. Then you can get buy some different things to own actual NFTs or own actual assets on chain. So for example, you can claim your NFT for free, or you can buy your first paid NFT. Also, you get to make some money by playing the game, or stake that to make even more. The next element is the growing part, which is the most important one, because what you can do with those things that we give you, for example, the NFT, what you can do with the tokens that we give it to you. The main thing is that the economy in our game gives you ability to reinvest into the game and make your land bigger, make it better, upgrade your NFTs, have more exciting stuff in your land. So it's giving you the bragging rights as well, outside of giving you the fun to play with. And finally, we amplify this by the socializing elements of referrals, invite links, giving you different kind of ways to have actual fun with the friends. So not just play alone and be totally a total individual without your family or friends playing the game. Just some numbers as well, so you know, if you are a game developer, you know how important the retention rates are, and if even not just the games, but also in the consumer tech as well. The day one retention in all DeFi Land in 2021 and 2022 was just like 90%, which was not that big. It was not that terrible as well, but for crypto it was not really great. And the day 7 retention rate was just 5% because it was really, really low, and everyone was pretty much leaving after several days of figuring out the game and making some money. With DeFi Land V2 and 0, both this is the numbers aggregation of all the games that we have, that we ran all the tests and in the private testing, both in Web2 users, and also Web3 users. The day one retention is 49%, which is really, really high, and it is top tier, like top 1% retention rate for the games on the mobile. This could of course decrease, but like from the test, it is high expectation that this game will do really well. But also, the really important is that the average playtime really increased, and that is a huge shift from 16 minutes to 30 minutes, is that people are really enjoying to play the game and spend their time every single day to have exciting fun in the game. And finally, what I want to cover is that we are also reimagining how the game should be marketed. We've explored all the ads. We explored running the TikTok content on the YouTube, Instagram. We've done pretty much everything during the last 4 years. We've spent approximately $250,000 in the ads and a bunch of different activities. And we've learned hard way what works and what doesn't work. So where are we going with this kind of the alpacas as well as the DeFi Land mobile and on only farms, is that we are going for the content. So we are creating short animated series for kids, also for the adults. Sometimes we're creating educational content, and those are getting so much more views, and those are getting such a huge amount of a reach compared to the just normal traditional marketing campaigns. And the cost is at least 10x smaller and shorter than what you would do with hiring the marketing agencies. So generating in-house content is actually really, really important and cool. We're also going for the toys. We're gonna be trying our luck with the toy industry. We're partnering with one of the biggest toy manufacturers in Europe, and they will be distributing those toys to the European retailers. And we'll see, maybe this alpaca toys that you see here, this cuties, will do well or not, but we will just see how that goes. So that was pretty much in a nutshell what we have been doing so far, what we learned, where are we going with. So thanks for listening. Hopefully it was interesting for you to learn how the games work on Solana, and if you will have any questions, we'd love to answer those. Yep. All good, I guess. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. So I think it's really interesting that you want to hide the sort of Web3 components under the hood and make a seamless Web2 user experience. My question is about the transaction costs and the mint costs. So you say people get to mint NFTs as their items in the game. How are you covering those mint costs and transaction costs? Thank you.
so if I got that question right, how do we cover the transaction costs and what's the user experience on that, right?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was actually like really really a pain point at the beginning of DeFi Land, because users had to pay with Solana, and they had to kind of, let's say, if you're a Web2 user and you come to the game and you want to, let's say, mint the NFT, and you have, let's say, the currency DFL that you gotta mint, you gotta pay the price within, but you don't have Sol. You never understood, like, I have the money, why cannot I really just mint the NFT? And then you have to explain that you actually need the Solana for transaction, but you also need 0.02 Sol for the NFT account to open on chain, and to pay the rent and everything. So it was a little bit of pain. But with DeFi and mobile and only farms, what are we doing is that we're making them pay. So we have two options currently. One is that we are subsidizing all the transaction fees ourselves, and we're paying that on our end. Another thing we are doing is that we are gonna be soon announcing the partnership with the Magic Block. And we're gonna be using what gonna help us to do is that we're gonna be having DFL currency be able to use as a gas fee on Solana, and people will be able to just straight up pay the fees instead of Sol within the DFL. So that, I believe, will be making the user experience way better, and we're gonna see which one makes the most sense. But as of now, we have those two options, and we'll see which people like more. hopefully that answers the question.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot. So yeah, I believe that's it. Thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, just feel free to find me at the conference. If you want to talk the games, come to me, and we'd love to just discuss some more. Thank you.